Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Herbert. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On first down, Justin Herbert. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was spot free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action, now Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Down the left sideline, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Travis Etienne with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Back deep is Charlie Jones. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. This one caught by Isabella. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert back to the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Touchdown, Raiders! Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Final play of the half. Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Giants first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On the return is Jones. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. He's got Mingo. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jonathan Mingo. 54 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Purdy off the play fake. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Herbert on 1st down now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They go play action here. Purdy. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Herbert now. Dancing. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
3rd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the 1st down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Purdy. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll take it inside the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Purdy bootlegging it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Christian McCaffrey with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the gut, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Raiders, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7.